digging in the crates for something good. Hidden gems often misunderstood. 'Cause you know there's no such thing as too much. Miscellaneous important stuff.
Welcome back to the show. This week, my friend Keegan was on, and we talked about dreams. Good dreams, bad dreams, scary dreams, weird dreams. Dreams. And really what I took away from the show is that we're all pretty weird, pretty messed up. I think what we all have in common is that we all have some odd dreams. And so we shared some of our dreams, and we talked about the meaning of dreams, and we just had a 40-minute long discussion. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Here it is. Keegan,
You.
first question.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a lucid dream?
Ooh.
You know what a lucid dream is, right?
That means that you're aware that you're having a dream and you can affect the dream.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
I think I've been aware that I've had a dream, but I've never had the presence of mind within the dream to be like, I can now fly or something like that.
Yeah.
Have you?
I don't think so. I've heard like ways where you can force yourself to have a lucid dream, or
Like telltale signs of like, oh, I'm dreaming. Like training yourself?
yeah, I think like things you can do before bed to
Like what?
yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll look up a list, but
Maybe
I've never had one, but I think I've been aware that I was in a dream,
Right.
but I couldn't affect it, or I immediately wake up.
Right. I've been aware that I've been in a dream, but then I'd have like dreams like, we can probably talk about this later, but like a loved one will die.
Yeah.
It will just feel so vivid, and then you'll wake up and they're not dead, and you're like, oh, thank God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, have you felt that, right? Like that's
Yeah, but then other people will feel that, and it's like a sign, and then they wake up and find out something actually did happen to somebody they cared about.
That's never happened to me, but like I've heard about that happening.
You ever murder somebody in a dream?
Wait, what? Let me think.
I've killed a lot of people in dreams.
Jay, no, you haven't.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
Does that upset you that I don't think that you would be
Well, it's
capable?
a dream. It's not really my... I know that in the dream, I'll shoot somebody for whatever reason. Maybe it's out of self-defense. I remember one dream where I was like hiding under a car, and I think they were looking for me, and then I shot them, but I didn't kill them. So then they knew I was there, and then they like get down and they see me under the car, and I think they shoot at me, and then it's like I feel pain the way you can in a dream, where it's a sensation, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, where I'm shot, I don't wake up immediately, but then I do.
See,
It's like I knew I was shot.
Okay, but did you really feel pain?
No, it was like I don't know.
See, I've had dreams like that where I'm being like attacked by either like a person or an animal or whatever, and I'm always like, whenever like the pain's gonna come, like if I'm shot or hit or bit, it never does, and I'm just like, oh, well, I guess I'm okay and I can keep going. I had a dream where I was falling. I guess that's a common dream for people to have. And then I hit bottom.
Oh, you didn't wake up before you hit the ground?
No, I hit.
See, that's the rare part, because that usually doesn't happen.
Like I was outside of my body and like everything went red, like just a tint of red. And then I got up and I was like, what does that mean?
And then the dream continued?
I think that's when it ended.
See, that's weird, because I've fallen before, but then I wake up before I hit the ground.
Yeah, see, there's like universal dreams that like people have, like a falling one, and then there's like teeth rotting, and that's like both of those.
But what is that one? You mentioned that earlier. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a teeth rotting.
You've never had like a teeth like like
I don't
falling
think so.
out or anything like that?
No.
Well, never mind that. I guess
Well,
it's just me.
but what? Like, describe that to me.
Well, as far as I know, it just has to do with stress or like something going on in your life that you're out of control of, and it just kind of manifests as some part of you rotting away or like something you can't control just happening to you.
How often have you had that happen to you?
Often enough to say that I've had it happen.
See, that's so weird.
So-
It's not. It hasn't happened for me. Not that I remember. I mean, I guess it's possible that I have, because there's a lot of dreams I forget.
Right.
But it's not one that's been common for me.
Okay.
Look at this thing I found.
Oh boy.
Because you're talking about falling, and I was looking up what does falling in a dream mean.
Yeah.
And the first thing that popped up is contrary to a popular myth, you will not actually die if you do not wake up before you hit the ground during a fall.
Well,
Which
glad I found that out.
you're living proof of.
Yeah. Here I am.
Falling is an indication of insecurities, instabilities, and anxieties. You are feeling overwhelmed and out of control in some situation in your waking life.
Okay, so generally it's kind of the same thing as like the teeth rotting thing.
Yeah.
So I guess any like stressful dream you have,
Yeah.
like not a nightmare, but like a stressful dream.
like showing up to school and like either naked or just like
Yeah.
underwear.
I've had like variations of that,
See, I have school one for sure.
like showing up naked at school or just
Yeah, and you get there and you think, how is this possible? When you realize it, you go, how did I forget to get dressed this morning?
right.
And I have been truly concerned in dreams, like how is this even a thing?
So would you count that as a lucid dream?
No,
Because you're aware.
I think I'm aware, but I can't do anything about it.
But you're not aware
I'm
that
there.
you're aware that you're in the situation, but you're not aware that
And
you're in the dream.
Yeah, because I feel
Okay.
helpless too. I'm like, I would have never decided this. How did I get here?
Right. Okay.
Why don't I have clothes on? I'm in school. I'm already insecure and not very popular and very sad. And then now I'm like naked in the school.
I've had dreams where like I've been like naked like in a social situation and I've got clothes, but then I'm still naked. Like I
What do you mean? You were given clothes?
yeah, and then like I'll look, because it's always kind of like a POV.
Yeah.
Thing. And so like you'll look up and you'll be entrenched in something else going on in this weird wacky world, and then you'll look down at, where are my pants? I just had pants. I just solved this problem.
Yeah, and like now where are they?
Yeah, and now they're gone again.
Can you imagine living in that world
No,
where you would look down? Like we're here right now, and I look down, I don't have pants on. Like
well,
I know I have
well,
pants
it's fine
on.
here because I'm at Jay Sheldon's place. but-
It's fine, but at the same time, if you stood up right now and all of a sudden you didn't have pants on, and I didn't see that you took your pants off,
how would you feel?
it'd be a weird world. I'm like,
You'll be weird. But what if that happened just right now?
I'd have a lot of questions.
Okay, well I'll just.
No, but I'm saying, see, I can see that you're
I'm
reaching
so-
now. But what if right
so-
now you just stood up and they just weren't there anymore?
Well, I mean,
You ever watch Carbonaro Effect?
what is it? What?
Carbonaro Effect.
No.
It's on True TV. I love it because he's a magician, but he'll do magic.
Mhm.
It's hidden camera, and he does magic in like stores and stuff like that. And it's great because that's what's happening. Those people think that they're seeing stuff that they can't believe, but they're seeing it right in front of them. They think it's real. They don't know that there's a magic trick happening.
Okay, so like, is it sleight of hand, or is it like we've taken time beforehand to set up these?
Yeah, they have all these set up tricks. But
Okay.
like he'll be in a hardware store and they do something with hardware. He's like a customer service guy.
Mm.
Or he'll work in a gym and do something there. And he's just doing it on what they think is on the fly. He's like introducing them to a new product or whatever. But to them, like they're seeing something they can't believe, but they just saw it.
Right.
It's I think the best concept because it's basically like real magic to the person that's seeing it. They're not being told that a magic trick is happening.
Okay, so yeah, that's kind of like dream worldy. Like,
Yeah, we were like, how is this possible?
speaking of an effect, you've heard of the Mandela effect, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I love the Mandela effect.
That's very like dream-esque. Like, what was it Kazam?
Yeah, Kazam or Shazam.
Yeah, Shazam is the movie that everybody thinks they saw.
Yeah, Shazam has never existed.
Until now, 2019, starring Zachary Levi as Captain Marvel.
Oh, that's right. But that's whatever. That's
comic books are weird.
That's a whole different thing. Or Berenstein Bears versus Stein.
It's Berenstein Bears and then like Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, one has actual one has an E, but
the one that I'm most comfortable saying is Berenstein, so I'm sure that's the one that's fake.
Okay.
So I think Berenstain.
It's one letter different.
Right.
And people swear, and I think I'm one of them that swears that it was a certain way.
Right. And like, what's the reason it's called the Mandela effect? It's because Nelson Mandela.
They thought everyone talked about him dying in prison.
They remember he died in prison, but I guess he hasn't been. He only died fairly recently.
But then it's like you swear you remember it happening.
Yeah.
Do you remember any other like Mandela effect? Actually, I can look that up too.
Like I've never witnessed this, but like people have always said excuse me, that King Kong versus Godzilla from like 1962, like there's two versions of it because King Kong's the American monster and Japan's got Godzilla, and so like the Japanese version Godzilla wins, and then at the end of the American version King Kong wins. I had only seen the version where King Kong wins because I'm American, but apparently that's not a true thing.
See, I don't know that one.
Yeah. So I don't know if you would consider that Mandela effect because I don't know if anybody's really swore that they've seen the original Japanese one where Godzilla wins.
I don't know if anybody is out there.
Yeah. And
that wants to argue about it.
Any of our Japanese audience. Or but no, like, yeah, it's like Godzilla doesn't die, but it's like they both fall into the water, and then like all they see is King Kong swimming away like back to Faroe Island, and Godzilla doesn't surface, so they're like, nope, no Godzilla, guess King Kong won.
Well, do you want to hear a list of
absolutely?
It's called most popular alternate memories.
Ooh.
So the first one is Berenstain Bears or Berenstein Bears.
Okay.
Billy Graham's funeral on TV.
I don't know who that is.
Prior to his death on February 21st, 2018. These are all, I don't.
Are these ones that
I don't have an
know?
opinion on a lot of these, but
Okay.
Curious George, tail or no tail?
No tail.
He's never had a tail.
Haha.
All right, well that's boring.
I am outside the matrix, I know.
Jif or Jiffy peanut butter?
I'm going to say Jif because that doesn't sound right to me.
Jif peanut butter was never called Jiffy in this time stream.
In this time stream. Has anybody made a movie about that where somebody just gone to an alternate place and like every like Mandela effect thing is just kind of there in the background, like not even pointed out?
Maybe you should write it.
Well, I'll get right on that.
Red/blue. Pepsi logo changes. Chevron logo changes and other color swaps. Are they markers, cues, or signs to watch for? I don't know that one.
There's one like Pikachu from Pokemon, like his tail at the end, like everybody swears he's like a little black like mark on the end of his tail, but he doesn't. So there's another Mandela effect.
Actually, I see that.
Yeah, so you do, yeah, but there isn't.
Does he not?
He does not.
Well, it seems like there's not a lot of popular ones in here. Let's get back to dreams.
Yes, sir. Okay, so we talked about stressful dreams, like falling or like teeth rotting or.
Yeah, I looked up naked.
I bet you did.
Okay. Nudity indicates vulnerability.
Yeah.
Nudity indicates fear of exposure.
That makes sense.
Nudity indicates insecurity, feeling unprepared, arrogance. What?
Arrogant? What?
Some dreams.
I'm proud to be nude.
I guess
in my dream.
Some dreams where you find yourself naked, maybe pointing to your arrogance, and some waking situation. Perhaps you have a tendency to look down on people or think that you are better than others. By stripping you down to your birthday suit, the dream may serve to humble you.
So it's your dream, like, actively trying to shame you into being like,
Yeah.
hey.
Your brain's like, listen,
Your
buddy.
brain's actively working against you.
I don't know. That one's weird.
That's pretty funny.
Freedom of expression. If you dream that you're proud of your nakedness
Okay.
and show no embarrassment or shame, then it symbolizes your unrestricted sense of freedom. Oh, I've been fully shamed
Yeah.
in every dream.
I can't imagine a situation like, well, I guess I can. But I was going to say I can't imagine a situation where I'm naked where I'm not ashamed, but, you know.
I've never been in a dream like, oh my God, I'm
Right.
naked. Hey.
Oh, this is good. Good for me.
Yeah.
Good for everybody.
It's never felt like it's supposed to be
right.
happening.
This is not a thing that should be.
Conclusion. Oftentimes, when you realize that you are naked in your dream, no one else seems to notice. Everyone else in the dream is going about their business without giving a second look at your nakedness. It just reiterates that your concerns or anxieties are your own projections. No one will notice except you. You may be magnifying the situation and making an issue out of nothing. It's probably true.
That is no. That sounds like right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I have this dream about my brother
Uh-oh.
that was, I don't have a date on this. It was probably a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But
You message him? Or,
yeah, I wanted to remember it. So I think I woke up, or like later that morning, I immediately messaged him, and this is the text that I sent. I said, in my dream last night, you had an 18-hour acid trip, and no one could find you. I stumbled upon your clothes scattered in an alleyway by your apartment before finding you safe and sound inside, fully clothed. I yelled at you because I thought you may have been kidnapped and sexually violated. Anyway, I hope you have a great Tuesday. Don't take any candy from strangers.
That's
Like, that was so weird. And I wonder what that's about.
No, obviously you care about your brother.
But is that it? I just like it. Also very specific because I do remember that I thought he had been on like some weird acid trip, and I was like angry because he wasn't around. And I thought I mean,
I had a dream. It's not like scary or anything. I don't know if it has like any like real context in my life or not. But I was in the desert, and I had a horse, and the keyword is had, because somebody had stolen it. And I'm walking in the desert, like following the horse prints, the horse
print. Oh,
prints.
Imagining a prince.
Yes, the horse prince, who stole my horse. No, that's not part of the story. In the sand, like his tracks. There we go. And eventually, I come upon the horse who has been ridden to death, which irked me because that was my horse,
Of course.
and I eventually went to my mom's house, like my real mom's house, like in the dream, and I find the guy who stole my horse smoking a bong, like on top of like all these stuffed animals in my youngest brother's room, like back when he was like a kid, like, and nobody was in the house. And I was like, he's just sitting there getting high in my little brother's room.
How big was the bong?
Big enough for me to grab it by like the neck and just swing it and bust it over his head.
Oh man.
He runs out of the house. I chase after him. And I become like conscious of, oh, there's razor blades in the yard. And they're like triggered. Like if you run out, like it's like a kind of like a shrapnel mine.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy better not run out there, but I didn't stop him.
Well, of course you hate him.
Yeah, and like he just gets like tore up by all these razor blades. Like he's like just bleeding everywhere, and he keeps moving, and they keep like triggering. And I'm like, dude, stop moving. And he just keeps moving and keeps getting cut up. And I wake up. I'm like, what is that about? What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean? It's a very violent dream. It's a very specific dream.
Yeah. I don't know what it meant.
Yeah,
And I think I posted on Facebook. I'm like, does anybody know what this means? And somebody gave me like a long, like, I don't even remember what the answer was, but I was like, it doesn't make me feel better.
yeah. I feel like when like there are people that really live by those dream definitions,
Yeah.
and they're very adamant about it. Like, so if you put that out there, they're gonna let you know that this is what's happening in your life. It's like their therapy.
I also feel like people who are like living by stuff like that are also the people who are like, I'm a Sagittarius. You know, like they read into things that maybe there's nothing. Maybe it's just our brain like replaying snippets of things we've seen in movies or in real life or on the news or we read about, just remixing it and putting it in a dream theater.
Yeah, but it's like dreams are. Oh, they're weird though, because I feel like it's also fears.
Yeah.
Well, like it's in those articles, like insecurities and things like that. I've had like weird. Well, I've had weird sexual dreams about family members that just really freaked me out.
Like, do you want to go into that? I mean,
I don't know if I want to go into detail. I don't even know if I remember details about it. It's just like
it was there.
Yeah, and I woke up, but it was like the biggest relief of my life, because in the dream I'm like, this is weird. This wouldn't happen.
Right.
And then I wake up and all I can think is like, why would, like, I don't have those thoughts. And is it because I'm scared that I would?
Right. Yeah. Like I don't know if I've had, I'm trying to think if I've ever had like one like with like family members, but like I've had one with like friends and like guy friends.
That's
like,
interesting.
Yeah. And I'm like, does that mean I'm gay?
Yeah, because you start to reevaluate your whole life. Like, am I,
or
what am I?
Or at the very least, bisexual. And I'm pretty sure I'm not, but it's just I feel like I need to talk to a like a therapist or a psychiatrist about like what do you think that means?
Yeah,
because I am not certain. But
no, but I think I do have a fear of like I wouldn't, because one of the worst things in the world is to be like
gay. I'm sorry. I am very.
No, I guess I did.
I saw the opportunity and I took it. That was bad.
I set myself up for it. No, like some sort of like sexual deviant in some way. I guess like like you're a pedophile or a child molester or like
or
just like the
weird
worst
incest stuff. Or yeah.
Like, I do have a fear of that, even though I don't have
like
those feelings.
It hasn't like happened or anything.
It's like just an irrational fear, but I think about it like that's like the last thing I ever want to be in my life.
Right. And
so I'm sure that's probably part of it.
Yeah.
Where I think about it during the day, and then it pops up in my dream.
Yeah.
So
well, there it is. Like it might have been something like completely minute at some point in your life or at some point in your day that your brain was just like, I'm holding on to that, and you will be seeing that later.
I'll be showing you that later.
Wait till you see what I had planned for you.
How great would that be? To be in the brain and you just like get to collect these memories, and you're like, how am I going to put these together for the night?
The little workman, like, just screen capture that. And,
it's like you're writing stories every day, and you're like, you got an audience of one, but you're creating these very personal stories for this one person.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I lived in. Well, I wish I lived in your brain now.
My brain?
Yeah, because
why my brain?
I don't know, because we're already talking about it. I think it'd be fun to like play some dreams for you.
Oh, well, okay. How about nightmares? What about that? Like,
well, I don't know. I'd have to live in your head longer to know like what would be a nightmare.
Well,
a nightmare to me is probably different.
Okay, what's a nightmare to you?
Any sexual dream with a family member.
The ones that I like remember, like, because like any that are like personal like that, I can kind of like shrug off. Like, it's because like I'm like, well, obviously I'm not gonna do that, like especially when you wake up, because you go, okay, it's just always a relief, because you go, okay,
I didn't kill anybody.
Right. Maybe it's because I like movies and I like writing movies or just stories in general. But anything that's like upsetting to me, like in a nightmare that I've had, is always like the third person. So I'm like just watching something that's happening.
Yeah.
Like it's not me specifically that's happening to. It's just like, oh, this is a story that I didn't want to see.
Like what?
Well, okay, so there's two different ones, and like one I'm like I think I can make that into something, but the other one is like the story is do you go into a dream and like you already have like the context in your head before
where like I knew where it came from.
Yeah, like not where the dream came from, but like where the story was before you started.
Like I have backstory from where I was inserted into the dream.
Yeah, it's just automatically it's there. Like you're like, oh, of course this is where it's led to.
Probably.
Well,
but I can't like reference anything right now.
Well, like okay, the context was like there's this. It's essentially a horror movie in my mind, where it's this woman who is married to an abusive husband. She is like come upon like this man who is like disfigured and like like Sloth from Goonies.
Yeah.
Like just can't like speak English or anything. They like her and like this like disfigured man, like at first you're like, oh, it's like a Frankenstein story, but no, they end up like murdering people like with acid.
Like acid, like
you just like buckets of acid, and
no, not like acid trip acid.
Like I'm talking like corrosive, like caustic, burn through your skin acid.
My God.
And they just have like buckets of it, and they'll like lure people to the house, and it's like out in the middle of nowhere, and they'll just like burn them with acid.
And you're like watching this happen.
Yeah, and the husband finds out, and the husband's not a good guy to begin with, but he finds out that this is a thing that's happening. And he has like like those pumps like for like bugs, like a bug spray, like the old school, like it has like the long.
Oh yeah, a little mist around.
Yeah, he has like one of those, and it's got acid in it, and he just starts doing it to the deformed guy, and the guy just scream. It's horrible screams.
This is your dream?
This is a fucking nightmare I had. I'm not making this up. And the wife ends up like shooting the husband. The deformed guy's dying. And she just takes a bucket of acid and just dumps it over her head.
And commits suicide.
The end.
That's the end of the dream?
That's the end of the dream. And I was like, I don't know who to talk to about this.
A therapist.
They cost money.
But have you had other dreams similar or in that same like world?
There's another one that I can probably make that into a movie that's not like weird and like edgelord like because that seems like something somebody would make up, like the acid one, like that just seems like somebody's like trying to be weird and gross and edgy.
Yeah,
like
because it makes for good visuals.
I don't want to see that movie. That sounds like a horrible movie.
No, I barely want to hear about the dream.
Yeah, well, you're
Nightmare.
welcome. The other one is like this guy, like it's a real quick one, and it's this guy who like he's desperately trying not to think about this person that he loves, and he ends up doing it, and it's like this shock wave, and like we immediately like cut to this woman like who's in like an office, and like immediately like the upper half of her body just kind of like disappears, and it's just like her lower body just falls over, like guts fall out on the floor, and she appears like where he is.
Yeah,
like the upper half just like shows up, and it's just, and like I don't know what that was.
So wait, he was trying not to think about her.
Yeah, and the fact that he thinks about her immediately just like sucks, like psychically pulls her from where she was, like rips her in half
and puts her there. See, that sounds like a metaphor for life in some way.
Yeah, I don't know what that. Yeah, I just remember like it stuck with me. Like sometimes I'll like have a nightmare and be like, I'll wake up and I'm like, what was it? But those two have always just kind of like been there and stuck with me.
Do you ever try not to think about people because you're scared that they'll like half their body will appear in front of you?
I don't know if I've ever had that happen. I remember like viscerally just being like, what an awful thing that you can't think about a person that you love, because if you do, they will die horribly.
Yeah, but also it's not even like that's not realistic because the minute you tell somebody not to think about somebody, they're gonna immediately think about them.
Right.
So how do you even get around that? How do you resolve that story?
You don't.
There's just a lot of people dying.
So like I can make something out of it, but I have to tweak it a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, those are two nightmares I had. I'm a normal person.
Now everyone's got like weird stuff. Like you can't even judge somebody's dreams because they're not your choice.
I'd like to think so. Like
no, they're really not. Like what did you didn't go to bed thinking,
here's a dream I want to.
This is the story I want to be in tonight. Actually, I'd rather not dream if that's going to be it.
Yeah.
But you don't really have a say in what comes up in your mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I got 20 amazing facts about dreams that you might not know about.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to hear the list?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, we're gonna end it right here. Appreciate you coming on.
All right.
All right. Number 1.
Hmm.
You can't read while dreaming or tell the time. Did you know that one?
I've never like felt like I needed to. That's weird.
Yeah. I haven't thought about that.
Yeah.
Fact 2. Lucid dreaming. There's a whole subculture of people practicing what is called lucid or conscious dreaming using various techniques. These people have supposedly learned to assume control of their dreams and do amazing things like flying, passing through walls, and traveling to different dimensions or even back in time. Want to learn how to control your dreams? You can try these tips. Oh, I think there's a link.
Oh no.
Yeah, lucid dreaming. This is how you can control your dreams. So Google that. Fact 3. Inventions inspired by dreams. The idea for Google, alternating current generator, DNA's double helix spiral form, the sewing machine, and the periodic table.
I believe that. Like I believe that you can get things out of dreams. And how many people like had a dream about something that was just like a terrible idea and they did it?
Yeah, because like it must mean something.
Yeah. This is important.
Here's one.
Yeah.
Fact 7. Sexual dreams. The very scientifically named nocturnal penile tumescence is a very well documented phenomena. In layman's terms, it simply means that you get a stiffy while you sleep.
I have not heard that in a while. Stiffy.
Actually, studies indicate that men get up to 20 erections per dream.
Oh wow.
Per dream?
Like
What studies?
not even just. Does it have to be a sexual dream, or do you just,
I don't know.
just get hard out of nowhere?
Getting in a car wreck in this dream.
Ooh boy,
Getting horny.
that's my kink.
Let's see. There's fact 8 was sleepwalking. Fact 9, dream drug. There are actually people who like dreaming and dream so much that they never want to wake up. They want to continue on dreaming even during the day, so they take an illegal and extremely potent hallucinogen called
Maybe we don't point that out.
dimethyltryptamine.
Uh-oh.
That's basically what I think it's acid.
Oh, is it?
Stuff? Yeah.
Okay.
It is actually an isolated and synthetic form of the chemical our brains produce naturally during dreaming. Okay.
See, people just will drink that.
I guess I don't know. I don't know how you take that or had it. I assume you haven't either.
Yeah.
Fact 12. Creativity and dreams. As we mentioned before, dreams are responsible for inventions, great artworks, and are generally just incredibly interesting. They are also recharging our creativity. Scientists also say that keeping a dream diary helps with creativity. In rare cases of REM disorder, people actually don't dream at all. These people suffer from significantly decreased creativity and perform badly at tasks requiring creative problem solving.
Okay. Huh.
Blind people dream too, which I don't know. I'm kind of offended by that. Why wouldn't they?
I think that
I guess.
yeah,
'cause
that's a
dreams
weird
are-
that's a weird thing to say to somebody. Like, did you know that blind people can dream? Yeah, it's just not the same as
Yeah.
what we like. Obviously, it's
It'd
something
be different.
else. Yeah,
Although I wonder, let's say you've been blind your whole life.
yeah.
Do you get images in dreams of things that you don't see? That would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
Like that your brain somehow knows, but it.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever met a fully like born blind person.
I don't think I have either.
So
But
that would be
that's a maybe. Wonder if that's one of those questions that you get asked a lot though, or is the question, "Hey, do you dream?" Like what?
yeah.
Is it a respectful question?
I don't think that's a respectful. I mean, what are your dreams like? Would probably be a more respectful question.
Thank you, Keegan.
But
I'm gonna write that one down.
Jay, you're just gonna go up to somebody who's like walking around with the stick or like a seeing eye dog, and just like, "Hey, you dream?
Do you dream? I won't say do you dream. I'm just like,
Hey, are you a normal person?"
see, now that would be disrespectful.
There.
In your dreams, this is fact 16.
Okay.
You only see faces that you already know. It is proven that in dreams we can only see faces that we have seen in real life before. So beware. That scary looking old lady next to you on the bus might as well be in your next nightmare.
Great.
Pouring acid on somebody.
That's great. That's good.
Fact 17. This will make you feel better, maybe.
Uh-oh.
Dreams tend to be negative.
Thanks.
Surprisingly, dreams are more often negative than positive. The three most widely reported emotions felt during dreaming are anger, sadness, and fear. My three favorite things.
Yay. That's all you need to make a pie. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Don't laugh at that joke.
Yeah, it was great.
Forced laughter.
That was great.
Don't do it.
Fact 19. Gender differences.
Okay.
Interestingly, 70% of all characters in a man's dream are other men, but women's dreams contain an equal amount of women and men. Also, men's dreams contain a lot more aggression. Both women and men dream about sexual themes equally often.
Yeah, well, men are pigs, so.
No, we're the same. Both men and women and men,
Except
dream
we're
about
more
sexual themes
aggressive.
equally often. That's true.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know.
Men are violent.
Men are violent.
Not everyone dreams in color. This is fact 20. As much as 12% of people only dream in black and white.
I'm not gonna say I always do, but the one where the psychic one where it appears out of nowhere.
That's black and white?
That one was black and white.
That's interesting.
So I don't know what that means.
Did you recognize that though? Like you're having the dream and you go, "Oh my god, this is black and white."
It was like weird. It also had like a weird like. It was like kind of filter. It felt like things were like more. Oh, I don't know how to say it. You ever take like the sharpening tool on Photoshop and just like stick it in one area and then it looks like it's almost like burning it?
Yeah.
Kind of like that, but it was black and white. It was like it felt sickening.
Oh, cool.
So-
Cool.
Not
Cool.
really. I don't know if any of that's interesting, but anyway, yeah, cool. People dream like 30%. How much?
12%.
12%.
Which is, I don't know, it seems like kind of a lot.
That's a decent amount, I would think.
Well, out of an entire population of people,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a lot of people.
1 in 10? Less than that? I mean, more than that?
I wonder if colorblind people, like, I wonder if that's.
Hey, be respectful, okay?
Are you normal? You dream in color or what? I don't know what color is.
Oh, sorry. Are you also blind?
I also blind.
Okay. We got a minute left.
Okay, better make it good.
I don't know. Well, this is interesting.
It certainly was.
we just did some talking about dreams.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's a thing.
There wasn't a lot of direction, but I think that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I look forward to next weekend when we hang out, and
Yeah.
after this one accidentally gets deleted.
Hey, listen, I don't think I actually mentioned that I accidentally deleted it in the other intro, but yes, I accidentally deleted it.
It's good. We had notes for the last one.
We had notes? Oh, we did have notes. Yeah.
I had notes. I don't know if you had notes.
I had notes. I had a list. We might.
I took it seriously, but
we can revisit one about fear.
if you want to cut all this out, I'm completely fine with it.
No, I'm not
Okay.
cutting this out. This is part of the 40 minutes. I would love to do another one about fear with you. I think we just got to take a different angle at it, or maybe
I took like elements of what I had written, like the nightmare stuff, like that. I was going to bring stuff like that up.
Yeah, and we can also maybe make it, because I got more than 10 fears that I can come up with.
Yeah.
It's like maybe making even a new list, or like adding to the list we already had.
Right.
So we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We're gonna figure it out.
But this time was dreams, and dreams were good.
Yeah.
And
I learned some stuff too by looking it up.
Yeah. I learned some stuff about you. You learned some stuff about me. Like you have weird incest dreams, and I have weird edgelord crap going on in my head.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not that weird.
Yeah.
That's what I learned. Okay, well, thanks for coming on, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Okay, bye. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you hated this episode, please let us know. If you liked this episode, please let us know. And if you have any ideas for future episodes, please let us know. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you next week.